Alright, spent 2 more hours out here in the shop tonight. A lot more grinding. I did a lot of cleaning up today of the cuts. Get things looking a little bit better. I also came in and knocked all the old tube that was here for the A-pillar connections with the dash on both sides. So getting those ready to accept new tubing. Had to come in here and fix this up, but starting to look better. I clearanced the dash more. I'll show you the other side. But yeah, it's looking a little bit different. Here it is on this side. So all the old tubing is out. You can see the dash cut there. Alright guys, checking back in with you. Just did some work and wanted to fill you in. I got the car shifted over because I needed a little bit more room for when I get the suspension on. I don't want to be up against the wall. Steph just got home, so she's going to start jumping in here and getting the wiring all taken care of. We're going to get it completely tore out and rewire this whole car. And then I'm going to end up relocating the battery up, probably to the front. But a little bit of a challenge to get this car level. You know, there's not many good places to take measurements from. You gotta get front to back, left to right, but I used the laser level and took a bunch of measurements and got it up on jack stands, and it's all good now. So this is where it's gonna be while we start doing the rest of this work. I really wish I would have built a chassis cart for this, but I just didn't have time. Maybe I'll get it moved over when I do, but for now, keep moving on this. It's been a while since we've done an update video. Things have been kind of crazy in the shop and in life in general, but today's going to be a big day. It's Sunday, so I got, 8 hours I'm probably going to spend in here today. Current status of the car, I'll flip around and show you guys, but Today we're going to be mocking up the bulkhead, and probably by the end of this video we'll have all the arms mocked up on the car so you guys can see that. I'll give you guys some tips and tricks as we install this front bulkhead on. This week's been pretty crazy, doing some updates to the shop. I had a friend looking to get rid of some equipment, so went ahead and upgraded some things. So here's my old fixture table from Harbor Freight that I was using. Thing works good for simple stuff, my MIG welder, but I actually picked up this Strong Hand Tools 48" by 30 fixture table. It's 5/8 thick top, 2x2 spacing, 5/8 holes. This thing is heavy duty, and I'm super excited. I can actually build some bulkheads and suspension on this stuff and have a lot better work area. Super strong, super level. So my two welding tables, and then I actually got a Everlast TIG welder. This is the 210 EXT. It does AC DC, so I can do steel, aluminum, stainless. I got 2 argon tanks, a bunch of filler rod and material. So it's been a few years since I've TIG welded, but I'm going to be practicing a lot. I'm excited to bring that ability here to the shop. I got some band saws, chop saws, I got a belt grinder, and then I picked up this Jet 8" grinder on a stand. I got a couple different wheels on here. I have some other wheels stored away, and then I got my drill press and a bunch of material stock down there that I picked up. So super excited for these upgrades. I'm gonna start being able to do a lot more here. I got a bunch of other equipment that I got on my list as well that I want to do. Bunch of fixture clamps and pieces to use with the table, some machining blocks, squares, all kinds of stuff. So super stoked to have gotten this equipment. So stay tuned as we build the shop out and I have more tools and equipment to do more. So super excited. So as you can tell, one thing that's missing here in the shop is a tube bender. So I am in the market for a tube bender. I'm probably going to invest in a hydraulic one versus a manual one. I'm going to need it for this car and all my future cars that I build here at DUNE SPEC. So I'm looking into them right now, doing some research. If you guys have any tips or recommendations on the ones that you like, let me know. I will be picking one up here in the next few weeks to be able to start doing this stuff as well as some other stuff. So here's the current state of the car as we start this video. I went ahead since the last time and I cleaned up this front tunnel section of the car, got it ready to accept the brackets and bulkhead. I'll give you guys some tips actually right here for cleaning up the tunnel area. This 4" wire wheel on a drill actually works great because you can put it right in here and clean this whole area and get the metal cleaned up nice. I went ahead and trimmed all the excess metal that I'm not going to need, and we can finally start putting this thing together. Okay, I went ahead and DA'd all the parts that are going to get welded. Just a quick tip, for this plate that goes on the edge of the tunnel, you want to put a bevel on both the plate and the tunnel side. So when you mock it up here and you weld it, that weld actually has somewhere to go versus just beating up on the top of the two plates as if you weren't going to bevel it. So just a tip, go ahead and bevel these plates. That way when you weld it, you can actually get a nice bead in there to join these together. This plate isn't the only thing that'll get welded to this tunnel. I like to build a bracket off of the face of this tunnel that ties in to the top of this bulkhead right here. You'll see that as I get further along. Okay, there's a couple different ways to do this, putting the bulkhead onto the front tunnel. I have the front plate welded on now. The best way to do this is to create a center line on the tunnel plate and then a center line on the bulkhead itself. That way you can center it up on the car. The next two things you have to worry about is putting angle measurement on the bulkhead. You're going to want this to be 5 degrees. So you'll lift the bulkhead up and down to get that on. There's already a cut on the bulkhead that's set to 5 degrees, so you really just need to square up this bulkhead to the tunnel plate and it should be good. The other thing you have to worry about is the level side to side. So you want to put a level on there and then you can move it back and forth to get that. So those three things are what you're trying to control when you're tacking this bulkhead on. It really helps if you have two people. I tried doing it by myself and it's a struggle, but you can do it. Just helps with two. All right, a lot of welding later. The front bulkhead is on. Turned out pretty good. It's hard with this thin metal that's been rusted away and has all kinds of gaps, but she's on there. Pretty happy with it. I'm going to start getting the suspension out and throwing the arms on and the uprights. And I'll start mocking up the upper shock mounts and so you guys can see that and start figuring out how I'm going to tie into the cage here and build out this whole front section of the car. All right, guys, it's the end of the night. Made some huge progress today. Got the front bulkhead on. We got the arms mocked up. The upper shock mount's just sitting there for reference. You guys can see it. Super stoked. Was able to get a good amount of time on the car today. Starting to actually look like a car again. Show you guys how things came out. It's tough sometimes getting in here, welding all this, but pretty happy with it. It's a good day. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Made a lot of awesome progress on the car today. I know a lot of you guys were waiting for some more fabrication work. Did a little bit today and we have a lot more coming. All these tube tie-ins and chassis. Super excited for that. A lot of big things happening here at DUNE SPEC right now and in the future. We got big plans. I appreciate all you guys that have supported so far, whether it's just liking our YouTube videos and subscribing or buying merch and parts on our website. Make sure to check out DUNESPEC.com. We have a bunch of cool t-shirts and hoodies now that Steph works on and makes here in-house. I really appreciate all you guys that grab some of that. If you guys are liking these videos, give us a like and a subscribe. We have a lot more planned. It's really hard for us right now. We're working full-time, both of us, to be here in the shop, to be on the computer editing these videos. We're all the way back, I think, on Halloween right now, but we're going to be catching back up. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.